In last few lectures, we have been talking about the storage. In this lecture, we'll get a break from the storage and we will be implementing some new functionality into our contract. We'll still get back to the storage because I need to show you how space is allocated when you're working with the mappings and dynamic arrays, but we will leave it for later. Okay, so let's go to our Visual Studio. I will remove these comments. You can still find them in my GitHub repository. And I'll be changing this, okay? So here we have our dynamic array of the funders. I will change it. I won't specify here, this will be address array, but this will be rather mapping. A mapping you can imagine as the key value per mapping, okay? So you will provide a key, you'll get a value. Okay, so let's specify here mapping, and in the mapping you need to specify what type you are mapping to what type, okay? So the type of the mapping of the key value. So your key will be, let's say it will be uint, so it will be number, all right? And your value will be address, okay? Uint will be basically the number of the funder. So if I am funding this contract and first funder, my uint here will be number 0. If I am second funder, the uint will be number 1, and so on. Okay, so this will be mapping, and also we'll keep here track of all of funders. So right here uint public, and it will be a number of funders. Okay. As you can see here, we have here a couple of errors we need to resolve. So funders.push will not work. This is working only on arrays. We need to add funder differently. Okay, so what we'll do here, I'll create here local variable uint, and I will call it user index, or just an index. We don't need to call it any specifically, just an index. All right, and I will get here a number of funders, and I will increment it. Okay, so we'll get here number of funders, I will increment it. This will get me 0 the first time when there is not s sign. This will get me 0. So index at the first time will be 0, and I can now access my funders. Just one comment here, guys, I forgot to mention that yes, initially number of funders is 0, so the 0 will be assigned to the index, and after it's assigned, the number of funders will increment. So you will basically assign here index of 0. After it's assigned, number of funders will increment, so it will be number 1. So next time you will add a new funder, you will add new funds, your number of funders will be 1. So you will assign here 1, and you will increment here to 2. All right, so that's basically how it works. First you are assigning, and then you are incrementing, and this value will stay here in the storage. Yeah, I just want to say this. Funders, and I will provide at the index of 0. Okay, so you can see this key value per mapping. So at the funders at the index, which is a uint, I will assign there the message.sender, so address of the sender. Perfect. Get all funders will not work. For now I will remove it completely. Will not be getting funders right now. I will be implementing this in the next lecture. But I would like to get here a funder at the index. This will work. Yeah, this will work very simply. Just simply remove this line, and let's return here. Let's return here funders. So all of the funders at a specific index, and they should work as before. Okay, we don't need to change here anything. Okay, so that's how it will work with the mapping. This will not prevent from duplication of addresses, because if the same user is making multiple fundings, it will be keeping a track of this user. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's go to our terminal. Okay, let's run here truffle migrate. So truffle migrate reset. Okay, after it's remigrated, I think we have these 2 lines to create. We don't have here to create a contract. I should be writing it somewhere. So const instance await faucet dot deployed. All right, we'll add here some funds. So I'll write here also instance dot add funds like this, and from, let's say, when we'll provide a from, this will be by default from account 1, but let's provide here at funds from, and yeah, we need to actually specify here amount of the funds we want to provide. So we will, we'll specify their values. So from, this will be accounts 1, and the value will be, doesn't really matter. Okay, and I will copy this line and I'll provide it here. Okay, I'll specify here account 0. Okay, so let's go. Let's get this line. Okay, let's see terminal and let's run console, truffle console. All right, let's create your instance and now let's add some fundings. Okay, first funding, second funding. Okay, and now we can get a funder at the index. Okay, let's see contract actually, contracts. I have here some duplication of a storage contract for some reason. Don't worry about it. I think I have just something with the migration. Okay, I'll inspect it in the next lecture. Let me see faucet. All right, in a faucet you can see we have a funder. It's a mapping, and actual mappings will not show you the actual values here in the storage. All right, but we can see a number of funders. Now we can try to access the funder. So we can have a function, get funder and index. I will also copy the functions. So I can just simply copy it and paste it. So I will save the time, get funder at index. Let's say 0. Okay, so I'll copy this. Okay, back to terminal. And you can see that's my first funder, second one. And that should be addresses from our account. So we'll go to accounts, C6 and A1. That's the addresses. And now we are keeping this in the mapping structure. Okay, in the next lecture, I'll show you how you can get all of the funders, and also we'll take a look at this storage issue. If you don't have it, then no problems. So guys, see you in the next one. Cheers.